I will now draw the wine glass as a solid object. Since I have been changing my shade mode quite often, it's time now to open the shade toolbar. I'm going to dock it here. I'm going to change back to 2D wireframe, and I will now make a copy of these two entities. I'm going to pan that view over, and in order to create a solid, I need to work with a closed polyline. So I'm going to offset through 1/16 of an inch to represent the thickness of the glass. Selecting this object and offsetting to the left side. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to draw a circle based on 2 points. 1, 2. Zooming in closely. I want to make sure that I trim these properly because I am eventually going to polyline edit. So I'm going to draw a line, and I'm going to use that line to trim this object. I can now erase the line. I can take this object, place it on the correct layer. I can type PE for polyline edit, selecting this polyline, typing J for join, and joining these two entities. It indicates that 6 segments were added. I'm going to enter. If I simply select the objects, they have been joined. I'm going to zoom previous using my newly created shortcut, Control-Shift-Z. Coming down here, I'm going to do the same thing, drawing a line and then drawing a circle 2 point from this location to that location and selecting trim. And erase. Using match properties, I will p-edit, typing PE at the command line, selecting the previously created polyline, J for join. 1 segment was added. If I select the object, I can see that it is a polyline. Zoom previous, and I can go ahead now and select draw, solid, revolve. Selecting this object to revolve and enter. Specify start point for axis of revolution or define axis by an object. I'm going to type O for object, enter, and I am selecting this line as an object. Angle of revolution 360, I will enter, and I now have the wine glass as a solid. I'm going to move that over here. I'm going to change the view to a southwest isometric, and I'm going to change the shade mode to say flat shaded with edges on. There may not appear to be too many differences at first, but with a solid object I can slice it. I cannot do that with a surface. And you'll see some other differences later in this tutorial. As you can see, the polyline that I created is no longer visible, so it was used in the process to create the revolved solid.